Welcome back, because we're back to talk about more PSVR 2 after our little stint with Attack on Titan yesterday, which please do go check out if you want to. It's not monetized because I can't monetize it, but it's still a video that I'm very happy I've come out with. Let's talk about one of the most hyped games of November that I somehow missed in my PSVR 2 November games video. I've been obsessed with it for the past month since knowing about its launch from the devs, and I somehow missed it for my video in November. Anywho, Breaches is a game that's coming out for PSVR 2 in November. We don't know exactly when, but the devs seem pretty confident they're going to get out in time. We'll have to wait and see. But today I'm going to talk to you about why you should be excited for this one if you weren't previously. But first of all, what the hell even is Breaches VR? Well, it's essentially Rainbow Six Siege, but in VR, and I think even that description is doing it a bit of a disservice because it's not just a copy-paste of Siege. It's got a lot of different elements of choosing guns like in CSGO, but it also does include, yes, the 5v5 and teamwork, breaking through walls and breaking through barricades and using explosives of Rainbow Six. And even a lot of the maps in the game look like they're pulled directly from the Rainbow Six Siege lineup. Layouts in maps like Hideout, Skyscraper and Ship all look very similar to Siege stuff, and I'm really not complaining about that. The same game modes like Bomb Defusal and Control Point, they're called in this game, work very similar to their Siege counterparts, or exactly like their Siege counterparts, and I'm completely fine with that. If you're a little bit burnt by Firewall Ultra's launch, this is probably the game for you because it has crossplay between PSVR2, PC and Quest, which is absolutely amazing. And if you've played Pavlov, you'll know that that basically ensures a very big player base, especially for a game that's this cheap and this accessible on loads of different platforms. Breaches has been met with rave reviews by everybody I know who's played it, and in the VR space, it's touted as one of the best VR shooters you can possibly play. Much like Rainbow Six, there's a prep phase for the defenders. As the attackers pick their guns and their attachments, then the attack phase will begin, where attackers push in, can rappel up the side of buildings, defenders can place down traps and barricades, and attackers can breach through all of these with different breaching tools like breaching gel, and swing in to take out the defenders and defuse the bomb or get the control point. This is the closest thing you're going to get to Rainbow Six. I'm incredibly excited about it. All the utilities and gadgets are here too, like flashbangs, grenades and denial devices. Even drones make their way into this game, although they are piloted in the air and not on the ground. At the moment, the game has online and offline options. If you want, you can jump in and play offline against bots, but the best way to play and the most fulfilling way to play is online in matchmaking lobbies. You've got the two modes I talked about and the four maps to choose from, and in all of these modes, Intel is king of knowing where the enemies are and not just rushing in and dying, very much like Rainbow Six. Interactions are also VRAF, unlike Firewall. I'm really sorry to keep ragging on that game a little bit, but it is the most meaningful comparison I can make to a currently existing PSVR2 game. Here, guns have decent weight to them, and reloading them is not automatic, you do it yourself. You're equipped with a sidearm, a primary weapon, gadgets, and anything else you equipped, and it's all placed on your body in different locations rather than the weapon wheel that you see in Firewall, which I find to be far better. I much prefer it if I can reach down and actually grab something from its position, and it makes me feel much more immersed into the game. Similar to Siege 2, friendly fire is most definitely a thing here. So you've got to watch your shots as you push in, which I think will add a bit of extra depth to teamwork and encourage people to use game chat a lot more. It's also getting a graphics overhaul on Quest 3, and I'm hoping on PSVR 2 it looks incredibly sharp, because this game has the potential to be one of the best looking and best playing and best feeling PSVR 2 games out of all of them. One small caveat though is that we don't have competitive play like in Siege. For me at the moment, that's fine. I like ranked in some games, but for VR at the moment, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm sure a lot of people will want ranked. I'm sure that's something they're looking into for the future. The devs are also committed to post-launch support, which is always awesome to see. So we're going to be getting new maps, modes, weapons and gadgets, and that's just brilliant. Full disclosure as well, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I probably will be playing at launch, hopefully with a review key provided from them if they're nice enough, which they seem to be, like lovely VR devs who want to get in touch with me. Obviously no dev is obligated to send me a review code, but they've extended their hand forward and offered me a position to try out the game when it becomes available, and I'm all for that. To get the coverage over to you guys, I can't wait to show you what this game is really like, because I can sit here and talk about it all day, but nothing's really going to compare with me jumping into it on PSVR 2 and actually showing you how it plays and how it feels, and whether or not it's worth it. But I do hope this video has stirred up a bit of interest, a bit of hype for Breaches, because I believe it will be one of the mainstays on the PSVR2 headset and will have a very decent population, especially with crossplay. So hopefully now you're a bit more informed on breaches if you weren't before, and I hope to see a lot of you on the battlefield when it comes out later this month. Thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and now forgive me for not covering breaches in my November video, and I'll see you all in the next video.